Welcome to the channel where wholesalers and flippers learn to unlock their potential and rise to consistent six-figure months. You're not just building a business, you're building freedom, confidence, and a life you're proud of. Every episode here moves you one step closer. Let's grow together. Welcome, everybody. My name is Brent Daniels, Mr. TTP, Mr. Talk to People. We have been going through a series of the top 20 skills to develop to build a consistent seven-figure a year business. This business is undefeated. The real estate business, your ability to go out there and find incredible opportunities every single day is undefeated. The only thing stopping us is the quality conversations that we have and the offers that we make. All right. And so through this series, we've been building and building and building and building. And now we're at the crescendo. We're at the end of this. I think it's 4 or 5 part series here. And it's going to be really, really, really exciting because we're going to be going through building your team, business planning, tracking your numbers, mindset, goal setting, motivation, money management, and profitability, and understanding personality types. Let me ask you this. As you're looking at this screen, or if you're listening to this on the podcast, out of the 20 skills, what is the toughest one for you? Is it time management? Is it lead generation? Is it pre-qualifying your leads? Is it doing your lead follow-up? Is it understanding the potential of these properties, understanding the property valuation? Is it the different exit strategies that seduce us? Oh, I could flip this property, or I could keep this in my portfolio, or I can novate this, or I can assign it. Do you understand repair and renovation costs? Are you good at handling objections? How are you at closing? How are you at your offer presentation and negotiating contracts? How's your cash buyer database if you are assigning them? Are you good when you do have a hot buyer at negotiating with that buyer? And how is your escrow and title? How is your escrow officer and or closing attorney a critical role in your business? Great to see you, Julie. Julie's in from Indiana. Great market. I love Indiana. So much potential in Indiana. Ralph's here. What's up, everybody? He's checking in from Philly. If you need help moving a deal, locking up a seller, don't hesitate. Oh, look at this. Ralph's got, hey, Brent, on my way to a landlord-tenant court for an 8-month-long eviction. This is about to turn me into a motivated seller. I'm sure it is, Ralph. Listen, there is a lot of advantages to owning residential real estate. There's a lot of attention that you have to put into building your portfolio and running that. And I think it's really important to understand. We're going to be getting into that in our training today, because staying focused is one of the most important factors as you are building your business. Mario's here from Boston, Massachusetts. Phenomenal market, Boston, Massachusetts. I love all the surrounding areas. My little sister Chelsea lives in Halifax, which is 90 minutes outside of Boston. I feel like everything is 90 minutes outside of Boston in Massachusetts. But great to have you here, Mario. And we've got Cheris from Trinidad is in here today. That is absolutely incredible. We are truly, listen, this business is worldwide. If you guys haven't seen my last podcast on this YouTube channel, it has Daniel Nissim, and he lives in Tel Aviv, Israel, which obviously there's a lot of things going on there right now. But he does over $700,000 a year, all virtual, all from the other side of the world. So if you're doing deals in your backyard, there is no excuse. If he can do it, so can you. I highly encourage you after the show to go listen to that podcast. It's really going to get you pumped up, especially if you are doing everything virtually, everything over the phone and digitally. Cheris is looking to run nationwide Facebook ads. The cost per deal is very affordable. Cheris, Very, very affordable for running Facebook ads nationwide. You just got to make sure, one, that whenever you're starting a marketing channel, you let it run for 6 months minimum. So if you don't have 6 months set aside, that's if you do absolutely no deals from it, you can run that marketing channel for 6 months. That is the kill versus keep timeline for your marketing. So make sure, and this is for everybody listening, whenever you're starting a new marketing channel, make sure that you can afford to run it, especially with inbound leads. When you're getting these inbound leads, people that are filling out a form or calling you, make sure that you can run it for at least 6 months. So my advice there is make sure that you pre-qualify very, very strong, Charis, on those Facebook ads. Make sure that you're tweaking everything. I don't know if you're running it yourself or you have somebody else running that for you, an agency or a service, but make sure that you are getting the leads that you're looking for, which is ugly houses, ugly situations. That's where the money is made as investors, as wholesalers, as flippers, all of that, right? Even for your portfolio. I mean, if you want to build a portfolio quickly, make sure that you're getting ugly houses and getting your money out of those properties as quick as you can. Okay. Absolutely incredible. Where's everybody else from? We got more people in here. Make sure that you're letting us know where you are coming from today. Okay. Now, building your team. This is really important. When we're starting out, we're in hustle season, and I highly there's some rules to this, and we're going to get into when to hire and who to hire first and all those things. Okay. But fundamentally, anybody that you hire for your team must already have a job. Okay. You want to recruit somebody that is already employed, especially if you get into the acquisitions role, which is basically the sales role. You want to hire top quality. They must already have a job. This is non-negotiable, guys. If you have somebody that's in between and they're looking for an opportunity and they're desperate, that is the wrong hire. You want to recruit people that are already employed. That's number one. Number two is take your time. Interview more people than you think. I always thought, you know what, if I hire 3 to 5, if I interview 3 to 5 people, and I'll find somebody in there that's going to be a right fit, because I need an answer to the solution now. I need somebody to fill in this role now. Don't do that. Make a minimum standard when you are interviewing people for your company to interview at least 15 people. 15 people. And what I will say here is, when you're doing a job post, the job post has to be exciting. What are you doing to change the world? What are you doing? What is your mission in your business? What is the purpose of your business? What makes your business exciting? It can't just be, oh, you get money for doing this role. No way. You need to, they need to have, if you're going to recruit really great talent, they have to feel like what they're doing is important. Okay. So make sure that when you're putting those job posts out there, that it talks about how you are changing your industry, your world, your market, whatever it is. And it's easy for us in our business, right? We're helping really stressed sellers get out of this terrible situation. So put it in Chat GPT, jazz it up, put it in there and say, I think Alex Hermosi does the best job at acquisitions.com of writing their job postings. It's like an ad, like a real ad, like an ad to get deals. You know what I mean? It's absolutely incredible. And so make sure that you make it really exciting. Okay. Take your time to hire somebody, but fire fast if they're not the right fit. That's the turtle in the hare, right? The turtles, take your time. Go through it. Don't be rushed. If you feel the pressure, you're going to make the wrong hire. You're going to make the wrong hire. But if they're not the right fit after you go through all of that, then get rid of them fast. All right. Yasin says, I am practicing acquisition now. I pull lists from Prop Wire, then I skip trace it, then I cold call the prospects. Is this the best thing to do as I am practicing from zero, or is there anything better? I love it. Low barrier to entry. You're taking massive imperfect action right now. I think that you should talk to 1,000 people yourself before you hire anybody. It's the 1,000-person challenge. Now, only 2% of people take me up on that challenge, but the 2% that do last in this business, guaranteed. If you can talk to 1,000 people yourself, I am telling you, it just blends into every part of your life. You can talk to anybody about anything. And so I love that you're doing this. Now, Rafael Cortez, who has that we talked about his CRM last week. Let me see if I've got the banner here. This is absolutely incredible. He was showing me yesterday because he's in my office here in Phoenix. He's got some office space here. Oh, here it is. The REI Pulse CRM. He's got this great national cash buyer database built into that. And it's available for people in the Rhino Tribe and my mentorship group and his mentorship group. But he was showing me something yesterday, Yassine, that he pulls data from like a prop wire, but he does a property radar, which is a phenomenal service. It automatically dumps into a CRM. He then sends text messages out, compliant text messages, so that it gets delivered and they can opt out and it removes them instantly. So you don't get into a lot of trouble with like blowing people up with a ton of text messages. They respond back and his AI is built in to respond. And if it gets to the certain point where they're answering specific questions that he's built into this, now he's only tested this on 100 leads. It'll be rolling out here probably in the next 2 weeks, a month. But this is just showing you the scope of what's going on in this industry, especially when you're starting out. It'll take all of these really high quality lists, tax default, vacant properties, code violations, tired landlords, all of these different really strong lists. It's automatically, they have them skip traced already. It's dumping into a CRM. That CRM is sending out a text message. The AI is following up with it, and then it pushes it to you or an acquisition manager. I think that is going to be the game changer, because when text message marketing or text blasting came out in 2018, 19, really, it blew up and people really took advantage of it. But the carriers caught on, and the mass amounts of text really got congested. So I think that if you can send out 100, 200, do it compliant, have AI respond to it, and then it just kicks you over the leads. Woo, baby. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think in the comments? Is that something that you would be interested in? From a lead generation standpoint, getting a hold of those property owners, them responding, have AI respond to it, and then kick it over to you when they're ready for a call. Let me know what you think. Steve likes it. So you see that's coming down. I would keep an eye on the reipulsecrm.com, the reipulsecrm.com. It's going to be absolutely incredible, especially for people that are doing it part-time, especially for the people that just want to get some reps in having conversations with people that have their hand raised and they say, I do want to sell my property. That's going to be amazing. But I'll tell you what, the Laugh Lounge says yes. The biggest deals that I see right now in my community, in my tribe, are coming from very hard to contact property owners, the heirs of deceased property owners that they're still on title for some reason, and they go and unravel that. And it's been huge. It's been absolutely huge. All right. Now, let's jump back. If you guys want more information, put it in the chat. If you really want to deep dive, I have an incredible podcast that released on the Brent Daniels YouTube channel with Eugene Latson the third. He's incredible. He goes through that and really breaks it down. And I'm going to bring him on once a month because it's incredible. He's incredible. 30K 3 straight months. This is from Sean Terry. Sean Terry taught this years and years and years ago. And he says, don't hire anybody until you've made 30K 3 straight months. I love that discipline. I love that discipline there because, guys, I'm telling you, when you have the financial responsibility of somebody else in your hands and their family in your hands, it's heavy. Okay. It's important. You can't just be throwing things out. And I know what we do. We kind of guard ourselves. We protect ourselves. We go and hire VAs. We hire people that, a little bit of money goes a long way in these different countries. And I get it. There's some talent there for sure, but you still have to respect it. You still like the turnover in the business. If you're turning over all the time, it is going to stifle your growth. No way you can scale. No way you can scale if you're having constant turnover. And so you have to respect that you have that responsibility. So take that serious. Okay. Next, find people that are natural fits for certain roles in the business. Jackie, who is my COO, she runs the business. She loves spreadsheets. She loves analytics. She loves tracking numbers. She loves going through the end of the day reports, making sure that everybody's putting in all the details. She puts together a unbelievable gangster end of the week presentation PowerPoint every single week that goes through every single lead that we went through and the notes on all those things, notes on all those leads. Is it a good lead? Is it a bad lead? Why? What is our live answer rate? Like when people call in, what's our live answer rate? If it's not above 95%, we are not happy. It's always about 97%, truthfully, unless it's like a late night thing. But she would not love sales. She would not love the acquisition side. Ryan, Joshua, now Mason, I have a clip here of a call that Mason did so that you guys can put into your brain what a motivated seller sounds like. Because I think it's important. You're going to have a lot of conversations, or maybe you haven't had any conversations with property owners. And you're like, I just can't believe it, Brent. I can't believe that every single day people trade price for speed and convenience. I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to prove it to you in just a bit. But find people that are natural fits for those roles. Okay? Don't try to force somebody in because they're a buddy. Don't try to force somebody in because you just need somebody for that role. Make sure that they are a natural fit. All right. And here's the order of importance, the order of hiring to build your 7-figure team. Okay. First is admin. Guys, you got to there's income producing activities and then there's income servicing activities. If you are letting income servicing activities run your day, you have a problem. Okay. It is creative avoidance. We all fall into this. I remember the first deal that I locked up in 2004. And it was just a regular real estate deal. And I wanted to know everything. I took the paperwork. I literally took the paperwork down to the title company. And I wanted to know what the process was there. And then I talked to the loan officer and I wanted to know what the process was there. I talked to the appraiser and I wanted to know what that was, what that process was there, because I felt naive. I felt like I need to understand these things so that I can have higher skills. None of that matters. None of it. Let the other people do their jobs. All right. Let income servicing roles take care of all of that. You focus on income producing, which is talking to people every single day and making offers. Simplify it. Okay. So the first thing is admin, get it off. All the extra stuff, get it off. You can get that done with easy REI closings. They have a transaction coordinator. They're a transaction coordinating company. They are phenomenal at taking everything off of your plate. They're phenomenal. Okay. So if you don't want to hire somebody, you could just turn it over to them and they take care of the whole transaction for you. It's incredible. Next, lead generation. Lead generation. Who is making sure that all of your marketing is consistent and it's going out every single month the way that you want it to? Okay. If it is making calls, maybe it's hiring a call center. If it is, or if it's the texting that I mentioned before with Rafael Cortez and a system like that, get that off your plate. Have somebody running that. You jump on the phone when those people are ready, but have that lead generation, like if it's PPL or if it's direct mail, make sure that that is a system and that is off of your plate. Because if you don't, your deal flow is going to be wildly inconsistent because you need leads. So get that lead generation off your plate. Next is acquisitions. Start with the junior acquisition manager. What do they do? Junior acquisition managers really have two roles. One role is lead follow-up. They are doing all the lead follow-up. I believe if you're going on appointments, or even if you're virtual, somebody should be in the office all day and somebody should be on the streets. We'll call it the virtual streets, which means actually on appointments, negotiating, doing the deep discovery with the property owners, really digging in, making sure, one, that they've made the decision that they're 100% going to sell this property. And two, what is their timeline? Like, are they ready to go right now? So a junior acquisition manager is doing the lead follow-up. They're making calls. They're leaving voicemails. They're texting them. They're planting the seeds for long-time success. Okay. That's one of the first things. The second thing that they do is when a lead comes in, they jump all over it. They have 30 seconds to jump all over that lead. Okay. 30 seconds to get a hold of that property owner. If it is a form fill on your website, if it's a PPL lead, whatever, they're jumping all over that. Or if it's, maybe it's through texting and it's a lead and they said they want to jump on the phone, they jump on that. Okay. Or it's answering the calls live. If you're doing direct mail, if you're doing any outbound where people are calling you, they have to answer those live. If it's bandit signs, if it's posts on Facebook, if it is direct mail, all of those things. Anytime you have somebody calling in, they're taking those live. And then once you get to the point when you can replace yourself in acquisitions, you need an acquisition manager. This is the person that is negotiating the deal, doing deep discovery. They're phenomenal at it, and they are negotiating the deal. Does everybody follow this so far? Anybody have some thoughts? Anybody have some disagreements on how to build your team? The last thing that you give up is dispositions. Selling your deal. That's the last thing that you give up. Okay. You want to make sure that you have a healthy cash buyer database, that you are building those relationships with your cash buyers, and you're getting those deals sold for as much as possible. Okay. Awesome. Let me get into this real quick because I think this is awesome.
Hey, is that Jacob?
This is.
Hey, what's up, Jacob? This is Mason with the
Hold on. This isn't it. It's not clipped out. Right here's where I want it. So this is Mason. This is our new junior acquisition manager. Listen to this.
Yeah, and that's my concern. Like, I don't have time for that,
Yeah, I gotcha. So yeah, how quickly would you move forward too if the numbers made sense?
But yesterday, my current wife just said yesterday.
Yeah, a wifey background yesterday.
Yeah. No, really,
How great of an answer is that? How quick's the timeline? Yesterday. When they say that, oh my gosh, the alarm bells have to go off. So this is an example of my junior acquisition manager, Mason. We just hired him. He's going through, this was a lead that we got from our website through PPC. Okay. These are the hottest leads. They're inbound. They're ready to go right now. This is showing you. We locked up this deal. Chad told me that he assigned this. So this was a call at 8 p.m. He put in his form fill at 8 p.m. We called in 30 seconds and we sold it. We locked it up Friday. He sold it yesterday, Tuesday, for $26,000. That's how fast this went.
We would have done it, yesterday.
Yeah, I got you.
Honestly, if the guy with Doug Hopkins who came by literally yesterday, if he would have given me good numbers, it would have been gone yesterday. So
Doug is a huge presence. He's the big whale in our area. I mean, nobody does more deals or does more income than Doug. Doug spends $600,000 to $700,000 a month in marketing. He's all over TV. He's got billboards. He's got direct mail. He's got PPC, all inbound leads. He's built an incredible brand. He used to be on a TV show back when there was a ton of bidding down at the foreclosure auction. And so he's just got a great presence. But they came in and they fumbled the ball. They didn't think the guy would take it because he bought this property in 2020. He bought it with a VA loan, which means he didn't put much down. But since then, he got divorced. He's remarried, and they dropped the ball, and we picked it up, and we made $26,000. But listen to this motivation, guys. Listen to this. This happens every second of every day around the country. Somebody is willing to trade price for speed and convenience.
I gotcha.
And it's not that he didn't even really give me numbers. He just said, look, Doug is just, his number was so low, I don't even want to tell you. And I was like, okay, was it even meeting my current, amount due? And he said, yeah, it was just barely above it. And honestly, I was almost at that point where I was like, screw it, I'll take it. I don't even care. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Screw it, I'll take it. Oh my gosh. Edwin, great to see you. Awesome. Thanks for participating.
Obviously I was pretty desperate there, but
sure.
Yeah,
no. I don't blame you, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, sometimes it is kind of an easy, clean sweep that way,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I said, I'm paying.
Confirm, approve, confirm, approve. Our job is to confirm and approve. Mason's doing a good job of repeating back what he's saying so that he understands that we're listening. You don't want to do it too much because it sounds like you're parroting a little bit, but he does a perfect amount. He sprinkles it in. It's great.
The mortgage all on my own, plus my rent right
By the way, Mason already had a job. We recruited him
now for my house. And so, the amount that I'm paying for a house that's vacant, that no one lives in, that no one, you know what I mean? It's just that alone will pay itself back as long as I just get rid of the dang thing. So,
yeah, no, 100%, man. Yeah. Losing money each month sounds like a pain. So yeah. Well, we would, I would say we would probably come in close to that number as well, like the VA loan type, just to, again, the spirit of transparency. I don't know the official number. I work with the team as well, and they have they have their obligation to talk with the financial department. It really is just a small team and stuff that we work with. It's not like a big, department per se, but But yeah, what we would do essentially is come out to the home, kind of check things out, to meet you out there if you're able. We can kind of talk numbers, and then make the process as simple as possible for you there. But I just I guess, what's your kind of take on it, Jacob, too? I know you're not desperate. I know that obviously time is of the essence.
Here's where he's really anchoring. He's really pulling it out. Okay, so they came, the other company came by and they saw what you owed on the property, and they thought, you know what, I just don't want to insult you because I can basically give you what you owe on it. And I know you wanted, they made assumptions that he had to walk away with money. Now listen when he goes back in here.
Though, then you would prefer to close quickly too, but would you guys tell us to kick rocks if that was like kind of around the same offer, just knowing that we could
probably not, to be honest. Okay. Like at this point, I don't think that at least on my end, you know, obviously it takes two to sell it. Definitely. But at the end of the day, I mean, we have a court order that stated that we should have sold it 2 years ago, I think. So the fact that we've sat on it, I don't think she really has any room to budge on that. So we would, yeah, I mean, honestly, we'd be okay with whatever, to be honest. I need the house gone. So
yeah.
Boom. What did he just say? Did he literally just step by step say, I will trade price for speed and convenience? Ideal seller. Ha ha ha. Let me tell you something, guys. This is something that you need to get in your brain. You need to lock it in. It needs to be focused there. It needs to be sitting in there like a grapefruit, like a pink, beautiful, juicy grapefruit inside your brain. This is how the calls go. This is how you get these deals. Anybody that's closing deals knows that they are having these conversations. We do not convince anybody of anything. We don't tell them what they should sell their house for. I'm going to remove this so I can get dramatic and full screen this. We don't tell people what they should sell their house for. We only tell them what we can buy it for. The most powerful words that was ever taught to me by Todd Toback and Tom Kroll is, we are deal finders, not deal creators. We're deal finders. We're not deal creators. Doesn't mean that we can't be creative. But if they have not made the decision, one, that they're going to sell their property, and if they have not made the decision that they will trade price for speed and convenience, there is a better plan for those sellers. Move on. Stop holding on to leads that'll never do business with you. Please, I implore you, I beg you, go through your leads, get rid of all the junk. The conversations don't have to be difficult. If you dig in and you find out what's going on, what is the motivation, what is their problem? Remember this, you're not selling your service. You're not selling the offer. You're selling the person across from you. You're selling the person on the phone. And the only way that you can sell the person on the phone is to understand what's important to them. It doesn't matter if you have a cash offer. It doesn't matter that it's as is. It doesn't matter that you pay all of the closing costs. Now, do you want to go through that? Yes. But why would you make an offer and tell them all of the great things about what you can do for them if you don't know if that's what they want? Upgrade it. Upgrade it. Love it. That is a great example, Brent, of a true motivated seller, and lets us know that those sellers are out there. Thanks for sharing. Every single second, Cornell. Listen, 6 to 10% of the real estate market has a problem. There's a real problem. They're in some sort of distress. 6 to 10. If somebody will give me an updated, Google it, Chat GPT it, how many residential properties are in the United States? So you don't take my word for it. Put it in the facts. Somebody please put it in the chat. How many residential properties are in the United States? And then we'll do the math on what the potential is for these conversations. Right here. Hey man, I'm in a different country. Does it work? I have, I don't know, 30 people in Israel, in the Rhino tribe, Nigeria, New Zealand, Belgium. Dimitri, we haven't seen Dimitri in a while. He must be on holiday, as they call it in Europe. Yeah, you could do it from anywhere. You can do it from anywhere. If you have a good phone connection and the internet, you can do this business anywhere. 100%. Most of the work is phone work. 80 to 100% of this business is over the phone. Develop it. You can do it. Absolutely. All right. So that's building your team. Let's move on. Mindset. If you want to have a diamond hard in a snowstorm mindset, build your skills. That's it. Build your skills. If you're confident in your skills, you don't have to worry about getting pumped up. You don't have to worry about, do I have enough confidence? Am I able to do this? Build your skills. That's it. Look at anybody. Look at any high performer. Anybody, whoever you want to put in there. Tiger Woods, Steph Curry, Tom Brady. Oh, they have this incredible ultimate mindset. Yeah, because they have skills. How do you get skills? Reps. That's it. That's the game plan. Reps equals skills. Skills equal strong mindset. Next, mindset. Who's your personal board of directors? Who's your personal board of directors? Do you have one? Who's the person? So it breaks down into, a handful of people. Somebody that's doing more than you or is already where you want to be. That's somebody, a mentor, a coach, whatever. Somebody a buddy that's crushing it that you can go to. Somebody that has already gone down the path that you're looking to go. They've climbed the mountain that you're climbing right now. So that's somebody. You need somebody that's going to call you on your BS. Somebody that authentically knows you. They authentically know you. Because when you make a bunch of money in this business and your ego goes bananas, you need somebody to anchor you down. Maybe it's your spouse. Maybe it's your best friend growing up. Maybe it's your parents. Maybe it's a sibling, certainly brothers, sisters, whatever. Who is that? Who's going to be like, dude, you are getting over your skis. What are you doing? You were talking like a complete ass. Trust me, me in my 20s. Oh my gosh. I thought $100,000 was like $1 million. I was like the cockiest SOB in the world. Stupid. Made stupid decisions. Didn't know anything. Full confidence. Just bravado. Just nonsense. Having somebody there is important. Who's going to protect you? Who's your attorney? Who's your shield? Who's going to keep you compliant? Personal board of directors. Who's your escrow officer? Who's gonna make sure that your deals get closed? Like, this is your personal board of directors. The best visualization I have of this is Rich Dad Poor Dad. In the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, he talks about his rich dad would be wearing flip-flops and shorts and like a tank top or some spotted shirt or something crazy. And he walks in and there's all these people in suits and they're all there for him. He's running the show. It was his board of directors. Who's your personal board of directors? Okay. You got to read 5 pages a day. Read 5 pages a day. Reading is the plunger that plunges out all the nonsense, all the junk that gets thrown at us every day. And it is like on X Games mode right now. There is so much drama in the world. Remember, the news is designed to make the world's problems your problems. Remember that. Second, there's so much junk getting thrown at us all the time. We need something to plunge it. You need great ideas. You can sit down with somebody that is a multimillionaire or a billionaire or somebody that's just absolutely successful, and you get to spend 3.5, 4 hours with them. It's called reading. Do it. Attitude. Number one determining factor of success is attitude. Get in. You need to, the Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. It's a free YouTube video. You should be listening to it all the time. It talks about this. Absolutely incredible. If you love music and you're an entrepreneur, there's only two places you should be listening to music: on the treadmill and at pool parties. That's it. If you're in your car alone, if you're walking the dog, if you're doing chores around the house, you better have a headset on and you better be listening to great podcasts, great audibles, great trainings. You have a mobile university. It's your cell phone. You got literally access to all of the most brilliant minds that will give you all of the lessons without the scars. You don't have to pay nearly the stupid tax, but we want to listen to the hottest new album that dropped. It's insane. You want to speed up how fast you get to $1 million net worth? Keep music for pool parties and treadmills. That's it. That is it. The rest of the time, you got to be you got to be advancing all the time. I'm telling you, I hope that Bluetooth and those like AirPods things don't give me ear cancer or whatever, because it is in all the time. All the time. Anything if I'm getting ready in the morning, it's in. If I'm in doing stuff around the house with the kids not, going bananas, it's in. In the car, it's on constantly. I haven't listened to music in the car except for when I'm with the family, like driving to the cabin or something. I've been listening to music in the car in, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years. What am I going to listen to? I could have a 2-minute drive and get a nugget that makes me an extra $50,000, $80,000, $100,000. Okay. Destroy fear and anxiety in this business with gratitude. Gratitude. That's it. That's it. Just the people that understand how unbelievably unique it is to even be alive, to be able to breathe, to be able to see, to be able to hear, to be able to talk, to be able to walk, to be able to move, to be able to live in this incredible country, to whatever, to, not be going through some terrible, horrible thing. I mean, we have so much to be grateful for. And the ability and the fact that we found this business, holy cow. Destroy fear and anxiety with gratitude. Okay? You got to charge after you got to be a rhino. You got to take massive imperfect action. The reason our mindset gets destroyed is because we're all over the place. We got to charge like a 6,000-pound rhino after one goal. You focus on that, you're going to accomplish it. All right. Next, let's get into business planning. Okay. Cornell puts, as of most recent, early 2026, real estate data available, there are about 112 million residential properties in the United States. This figures homes, condos, apartments, etc. nationwide. Awesome. So you're telling me that there's 7 to 10 million opportunities every single year for us to go after? 6 to 10 million, 11 million opportunities. It's more now. It's more now than it was in 2021. I'll tell you that. We have so many opportunities. So many opportunities. Business planning, guys. What's your business plan? You have a business. What's its purpose? What's its purpose? Do you have it written down? Is it just in your mind? Oh no, my business plan is make 400,000. Okay. How? What's the blueprint? How are you going to get there? I'm going to make $1 million. Fantastic. I'm going to make 100,000. I'm going to do my first deal. Great. How? What is the plan? What have you stuck with? If you don't have a plan, that means that you are just, you're just going to get blown all over the map. You don't have something that you're dead set that this is what I'm going to do. So you fall for everything. You fall for any funnel that any good marketer puts out there. You have a goal. How are you going to accomplish the goal? And I love saying it to the business plan. You want some of this? Like listen, we do not have competition in this business. The only competition we have is against our own business plan, against our own goals. Here's our goals, and here's how we're going to get there. That's it. You got to track your numbers daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly. You have to have daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, quarterly goals. Did you do everything that you could? Did you track it? Is it right there? Understand what a P&L is, profit and loss statement. You need to master your profit and loss statement. I'm not going to go too much into this because I'm going to lose everybody on these slides, and it's not as sexy as listening to calls and going through lead generation and how to convert those and what's the best practices to find really great deals. But I'm telling you, at some point you need to understand what a P&L is. Okay? What's our biggest expense in this business? Do you know? Our biggest expense are our emotions. That's it. Do you know what helps us fight against our emotions? A plan. A plan to follow. Okay, this happened and that happened and it wasn't good, but I'm following this plan and something good will happen. I know that if I talk to enough people and make enough offers, I'm going to hit all of my financial goals. I'm going to get all the experience. I'm going to get all the skills. I'm going to be able to scale. I'm going to be able to accomplish all these things. But then a deal falls out. Then somebody's mean to you. Oh, they told me to go die. They told me to get a job. They told me that I'm a scammer, that I'm a shark. And then all of a sudden it torpedoes your day. How dare it? How dare it? There's no competition with other people in this business. There's no competition with the prospects in this business. There's only competition against your business plan. Think about this. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the HBO Sports. What is it? The NFL one. Oh my gosh. Somebody put it in the chat. Where they break down, it's like a training camp for the NFL. And they have this giant playbook. And they have to learn it. And they have to practice it. And they go to film. And they they just keep going in and in and in. And they just keep looking at this and looking at this. And they have their goals. And they have their plan to accomplish their goals. Absolute hard knocks, baby. Thank you, Cornell. Hard knocks. That is your game plan. You need to have a game plan or everything's going to go all over the place emotion. This is another huge lesson that Tom Kroll taught me. Most people think that accounting works and business works. Income minus expenses equals profit. Let me tell you what the top 1% of people in the real estate business focus on. Profit. Income minus your profit equals your expenses. Take the money home. I'm going to talk about this a couple times in this, but $20,000 minimum in the Rhino Tribe in the Wholesaling Inc. mentorship program. $20,000 minimum is the amount that we want to take home a month. That's the goal, the minimum. But we started in this business. Oh, I'm going to reinvest into my business. I'm only going to take 3,000. Great. You're not going to replace your income from your job. You're going to be in a job forever. You are. Oh, I'm going to grow the business, and I'm going to set the money aside, and I'm going to make it. I'm going to make sure that I can get the best people, and I'm going to hire people to replace me. So I'm going to set the money aside, not pay myself. Do you know how many owners? It is like 90%. 90% of the people that you follow on Instagram, the people that you see on YouTube channels, 90% of them make less than their top sales guy. 90%. I know because I'm in these rooms. I know because I can dig in and ask 3 or 4 questions to really get to the bottom line of what their net profit is for their businesses. It's insane. Keep the money. That keeps you disciplined. As you take that money home and you got more sitting there, that's when you increase your expenses with marketing. That's when you increase your expenses with personnel. If this is the only thing that you get from this episode, you're set. You are set. Thank you, Vic. Vic says, what's up? Been loving the content. Dimitri is here. I'm here. Like what you said about the news. Someone sent me a link about World War III is about to start. I deleted it. Don't focus on things you can't change anyway. I love it. Derek, thanks for the support. Good word, Brent. Squire, Facebook or PPC, and why is the question. I love this. Let me take a little side journey here and answer this because this is really important to go through. So let me scoot back here a little bit so you guys can see my face. Squire, depends on your budget. I will tell you this. Either way, whatever you start, there's a keep and kill metric in this business when it comes to marketing. You need to run it for 6 months to know if you want to keep it or kill it. Okay? Make sure you have that set aside, whatever you're doing. 90 days is a minimum, but I would prefer 6 months. Okay? If you got no deals from it, but it's building up the pipeline, do you keep it or kill it? Now, Facebook is interruption-based marketing. You're scrolling, an ad interrupts you. If it catches your fancy, you click on it, you go down that funnel. Pay-per-click is intent-based, it's search-based. They're literally searching for you. So it's different. You need less leads per deal with PPC than you do for Facebook. Facebook typically is longer follow-up. On average, I see a follow-up sequence of 60 to 90 days follow-up. With pay-per-click, it's 2 days. It's 2 days. So you've got people searching for you. That was the, I don't know if you were here during that recording. That was an example of a pay-per-click lead that we get. It's a perfect example. They're ready to go. They want to sell yesterday. We talk to them Thursday, lock it up Friday, sell it Tuesday. That is typical. Facebook, you are going to get a much lower cost per lead. Much lower. Where I see Facebook ads really working is when you go and you don't go nationwide, but you pick about 12 to 20 different markets. You spread out your ad budget. They're usually outskirt markets in the path of progress. They're not like big main cities. Those could get more expensive. But Facebook leads are cheaper. You can get, if you look at the cost, like total cost per deal for Facebook versus PPC, they're going to be pretty close. I would say Facebook is probably $1,000 on average cheaper than pay-per-click if you look at just that metric. But Facebook deals average about $20K a deal. What we've seen for running years now in pay-per-click is it's $28,000 a deal. So you might be paying for more in pay-per-click, but the deals are bigger. But Facebook, you can start with a much smaller budget. With pay-per-click, you want to figure at least $5,000 a month minimum. Facebook, you can start with $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. You can kind of get into that range. Typically, you want to be $2,000 and above. So it depends on where you're at. What do you have set aside? What's your processes? Do you have enough bandwidth? Because you got to call these people within 30 seconds. Either way, when that lead comes in, you got 30 seconds. Make sure that you got a great landing page. Make sure that it converts. Make sure it's got some great questions that you're asking there. Either way, it's getting them to the page. It just depends. Are you getting them there by interrupting them? Or are you getting there by them searching for you? Two different ways. Okay, you're spending $4K a month. Love it. That's phenomenal. Should I double on PPC? Sure. If you can, if you have it set aside, for sure. I mean, listen, besides a referral, and besides calling very, very, very niche lists, understanding genealogy, like calling tax defaults of deceased property owners, finding the heirs, unwinding that through the courts, going through getting big, massive deals and referrals, nothing's even close to PPC. Nothing's even close to Google search. Nothing. I've been down to the allure of Facebook being cheap, but I'm realizing now all the top wholesalers run PPC as their main source. Yeah. The reason for that, big statement. The reason for that is because we want to keep top tier talent. The number one way to burn out the best acquisitions team is to clog them up with too many unqualified leads. Way too many unqualified leads. That's what happened in my business. They would have to, with Facebook, we had to go through 40 to 50 leads per deal. With Google PPC, it's 12. 90-day follow-up versus 2-day follow-up. So if you can afford it, it's a no-brainer. If you can afford it and you look at your market and the search volume's good and the cost is good, no-brainer. And we can help you out. Anybody that's interested in that, and you hit all that criteria, all that I'm talking about there, with having it set aside and you've got the process in place and you've got, they're either going to you or they're going to a really great acquisition manager, we'd love to talk to you at talktopeople.com. If you go to talktopeople.com, you can jump in there. Okay. Jump in there with the call. We'll go through it. If it's not a right fit, we'll tell you. How many qualified leads does Ryan go after each week? Well, Ryan, I'll tell you what, Zach Nash, Joshua is beating Ryan like a drum. Joshua's hungry. Ryan is fantastic. Ryan's closing percentage is insane. It's like 50 to 70%. 50 is like the low end, 70% a high end of appointments he goes on, he locks up. But Joshua's just more available. He's just more available on the weekends. Ryan's got kind of his schedule that he likes, and he takes on a certain amount. But I will tell you, qualified, like really like that type of lead that you're hearing, that if you're here earlier in the episode, at least five or six of those a week. And we lock up 2 to 3. 3's nice. 4's better. But, we're anywhere from 8 to 12 deals a month. And that varies. I mean, it just depends on how much competition we have on those. Like if they're getting offers from several people and just the way that we negotiate the deal and what the seller is really looking for. So on a week, 5 to 6, sometimes 10, really, really, really qualified. They'll go on more appointments than that, just to see if they're not giving us all. They're not going deep in discovery because we're on the phone and they don't quite trust us, but in person they do more. So $5K a month minimum. Where's the sweet spot nationwide in terms of, if you're going nationwide and are you doing novations or just assignments? Squire 5854. If you're doing novations and you're nationwide, $5's nice. Five will keep you real busy. I mean, we're seeing between $100 to $125 a lead there. Oh no, yeah, bro. We have some kids. I mean, our nationwide guys that are doing novations, the Rich Wonders and some of these other guys. I mean, it is fish in a barrel. It's incredible. If you could get that to 7,500, insane, absolutely insane. Yeah, Squire. If you want to DM me, Real Brent Daniels, your number, I can have Derek reach out, or you can just go to talk to people and get on the calendar. But I can have him call you today. If you want to put it in the chat here, that's fine. But if you want it private, just give me your phone number at Real Brent Daniels. Send me a DM right now, and I'll get you on with Derek today. You can go through the whole process. But yeah, the guys that are going nationwide PPC doing novation, it's silly. If you're doing nationwide novation and you're not doing PPC and you're doing like PPL or something else like that, you're insane. And you can even talk to, I did a great call with Nick Perry, or a podcast with Nick Perry, who is probably the most prolific in the country at that process. And I mean, he's been running PPC since 2013. I mean, he'll tell you nothing's like PPC. Nothing. Yeah. I know you're doing Facebook. Yeah. Are you getting good leads? So, I mean, is it the quality and the speed that you want? If it's not, yeah, PPC is a no-brainer. Okay. My favorite watch brand. Great question, Zay. I don't know. I really like Panerai. Panerai is an Italian brand. It's kind of a bigger one. This is a Zenith El Primero, and it's a lot of fun. And it's not, I mean, it's expensive, but it's not, out of this world expensive. And it's an awesome everyday. I've got 4 watches. I've got a Breitling. I've got a Rolex. I don't wear the Rolex. You know what? I should have got, yeah, quality's A. Yeah. When are you going to get a Richard Mille? I don't know. I feel like I would break that. I like chunky watches, and I like, or durable watches, and I like rubber bracelets. My Rolex, I spent the most on it. It was a whole thing, and it's got a metal bracelet, the Jubilee bracelet, and I never wear it. Just never wear it. Yeah, the guys doing PPC are 5x plus. I mean, some of them are like 9x. Yeah, you got to talk to Derek. Send me a DM. That's a no-brainer. Guys, if you're in chapter 1 of your business, stop comparing yourself to somebody that's at chapter 15. Okay? When you're putting together your business plan, how about do your first deal? How are you going to do your first deal? It's this. Make the decision you're going to commit to this business. That's number 1. Do your first deal. That's number 2. Replace your current income so you can go full time. That's number 3. Replace yourself. That's number 4. Buy a whole bunch of assets. That's number 5. As an acquisitions manager for a local company receiving PPL and DM leads, where should I be looking for deals when I have time to do outreach? Fantastic. I would get a list, Billy, and you can get it directly from the county. I would get a list of everybody that is behind on their property taxes. And if you can filter it by the age of the home or by how long they've owned it, that's what I would be going after. Because remember, most of those properties are owned free and clear. And in some of these states, guys, if you're not paying your property taxes, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose it. You are going to lose that. They're going to lose that property. They're going to lose everything. And if you can find the properties, Billy, that the reason they're behind on their taxes because the owner is deceased and they don't know how to go through the probate or inheritance process, or the will was goofy, or somebody's fighting, or whatever else. Bananas. AZD435. Easiest way to get your first deal right now. Great question. I would do that. I would actually, what I would do is this, AZD435. I hope you're in Arizona. You can go on and you can get the code violations list city by city. You can get code violations list. You can also get it at realsupermarket.com. Tell a Chute that I sent you. He can pull that for you. It's like 25 cents an address. I would pull 100 of those, AZ. I would call them up and you'll get a deal. You'll get a deal. That's if you want to go direct to seller. If you want to do it by agent, you can just make offers on ugly houses on the MLS that are just rotting on the market. But, Tucson, perfect. I would get the code violation list in Tucson, the top 100, and go bananas. Everybody sleeps. I tell people about Real Supermarket. Nobody does it. I know it because I'm like, Achute, are people coming to droves to you? And he's like, not from you. That's not his accent. That was terrible. But he lives in the United Kingdom and India. He's got a team of 80 researchers. Don't use them. I'll do it and get it all. But we're going hard. We're going hard after very specific lists. And then, most of our budget, 95% of my marketing budget is Google. How to explain Joe Castaneda. Nice. Cool name. How to explain to sellers I'm an agent, but focus on helping them sell off market. I'm doing cold calling in my zip code. Yeah, you're the buyer, Joe. You're the buyer. I want to buy your house. I also have a license, but I'm not here to list your house. I want to buy your house. When you're talking to somebody, Joe, that owns an ugly house, you are the buyer. You want to go list their house because it's in good shape? Great. But if they're looking for speed and convenience, you're going as the buyer, and then you determine if you want to buy it or sign it. Go as the buyer. It's disclosed. Make sure you disclose it on your purchase agreement. This just shows that I have an active real estate license. I have to disclose that. Brent, what about the tax default data from the data providers like Batch Leads? Is that what you're referring to? Yeah, I just feel like it's dated, Derek. Test it out. It's going to be the best if you get it from the county or get it from your counties. It's like the county treasurer. But guys, remember this whole country was built on land lease. Understand that nobody owns the land. If you don't pay property taxes, they take it from you. That's what runs society. That's what runs, like, why are Illinois schools so good? Because Illinois property taxes are bananas. They're insane. Property taxes pay for the 6 S's. Let me write it down so I get them. Schools, safety, right? That's the fire department, police department. Streets, street maintenance, street lights, all of that. Services to the community, right? If they need some help with different services. Sanitation. That is, sanitation, cleaning everything up, the plumbing, making sure that we don't live in a place that'll make you sick, and spaces, parks, public spaces, schools, safety, street services, sanitation, spaces. None of it works without property taxes. You don't pay your property taxes. The government still needs that money to balance their budget. So they sell that tax lien to investors, to people that bid on them. People that go to the tax lien foreclosures and they bid on them. and they get that money in. So it keeps the budget keep going. That's what runs society. And if people don't pay those investors back, they can foreclose. Sometimes it's 3 years. Sometimes it's 5 years. Sometimes it's 1 year with a big redemption period. In Arizona, Derek, in Arizona, AZD 435, after 3 years, you can start a foreclosure process. If it goes all the way through the foreclosure process, that lien holder gets that property for what they bought the lien for. The average lien is $1,500. They now own that property. The family gets nothing. They lose all inheritance. The property owner loses their property. It's called a treasurer's deed. They get a lot of warnings. They have to put out a lot of stuff to get through that process. But if nobody responds, there's still 400 to 600 of them in Maricopa County a year that foreclosed to treasurers. Imagine if you talked to 4 of those families and did each one of those for 50,000 or 100,000. Boom, boom, boom. Tax default. Been doing deals from text only since 2021. If I were to add one marketing strategy for 3 to 5K a month, would you choose direct mail or PPC? If it's between those two, direct mail. If you're over 5K a month, PPC. Yeah. Yeah. Direct mail. But if you're over 5K, PPC all day long. Thank you, Brent. How do you frame your mindset when you're prospecting? We're about to get there, bro. We're about to, let me skip to the next one. Okay. Goal set motivation. Okay. So the big thing to answer your question here, Joe, is right here. $1,000 an hour. It's the last bullet point here. If I stood behind you, Joe, and I gave you 10 crispy, brand new, smelling right off the printer, the Treasury Department just printed it out. They sliced it up. They put it into a nice stack and they gave it to me. And I just gave you $1,000 every hour that you made calls, that you prospected. How many hours a week would you do it? I would have to tear everybody on here off the phone. I would physically have to grapple with you. Have to get the underhooks in. Have to be able to do the things. I'd have to get you off of the phone. Okay? But that's the mentality. And listen, when I was making calls, I made $1,250 an hour. That's what it came out to. $1,250 an hour. So that is, imagine somebody standing behind you giving you $1,000 an hour. And then guys, stop building your portfolio. Stop even thinking about your net worth until you have $300K in the bank after tax. Stop it. It's insane. Get rich, then wealthy. Get rich, then what? Do you know how everybody gives their money back to the real estate gods in the form of buying a stupid property in St. Louis or Alabama or Memphis or some duplex in some other area because of cash flow or some silly seller finance deal or sub 2 that makes no sense? Stop doing it. Stop. Well, I don't want to pay taxes. You have to buy 8 times in value. 8 times. You make $100,000 a year. You have to buy $800,000 in property to not pay property taxes every single year. Stop it. I don't want to pay any taxes. I'm going to go get into this. Great. But you're going to lose $50K on this dumb rental you bought. Trust it. Listen, that's me. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to me. You'll give it back to the real estate gods. No doubt about it. Get rich, then wealthy. Sit on 300,000, then make the decision to cherry pick the best deals. I have a great friend, phenomenal friend. He's been buying rentals left and right for 10 years. 10 years. He built up millions in equity. He bought them with his business partner. This is a smart guy. This is a savvy guy. This is somebody that has been around. And he kept buying rentals and he kept doing the BRRRR strategy. And he's got it. I mean, I'm talking he started buying in 2017, went ramped up. He's got some pay down. He's got some good equity in him. He bought one development deal with an investor, with a money guy, was ready to make a fortune in 2021. They just completed it. He just got a business divorce mid last year with his business partner. So they have to break up the portfolio, and $2 million of equity went in to paying the investor back instead of losing $2 million in a development deal. That's what I mean. You give it all back to the real estate gods. Because I am telling you, you do enough deals and then all of a sudden you're sitting there and you've got this big, good portfolio and you're focused on it. And then it's your piggy bank to go and pay for your mistakes. Be careful. Be really smart. You want to build a portfolio? Great. Good school districts only. Get them all paid off to 50%. Sell half of them. Get the other half paid off completely. And you're done. You're done. That was taught to me years ago. Years and years and years ago. I don't do that. I don't want the headache of rentals. I don't want the headache of anything. I'm a knucklehead. I'm a lowbrow real estate investor, sales guy, whatever. I don't care. I sleep great and I get to put a lot of attention to my family, to my friends, and to business. And it pays me a whole bunch. And I keep a whole bunch. And I pay a whole bunch of taxes, but I'm okay with that. I am. Because I don't want to pay the real estate guy all that money. I'm not paying in taxes. Yeah, you're going to pay it to the real estate guys. You'll make a mistake. Make a mistake. Cool. Internal, external, philosophical. Motivation. What's your internal motivation? What's your big why? Like internally, what do you want to accomplish? What fires you up? What keeps that hunger, that fire in your belly? Okay? Love this. Good question, Joe. Oh, yeah, about prospecting. That's a real thing for a lot of people, especially when you're not seeing the desired results. That's it. Kevin loves it. Kevin knows what's going on. You got internal motivation. That's the fire in your belly. You can't teach that. That's got to come baked in. You're either hungry or you're not. You are hungry or you are not. That is baked in. If you're hungry, go for it. Go, 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 go. If that hunger's not there, maybe it will be. Unfortunately, it might have to be something that really bad happens. You lose your job. Somebody steals your money. You make a bad investment, whatever. Like, fuel that fire. The longer you can keep that fire in your belly, the longer that you could be a junkyard dog with a big old juicy bone, the faster it's going to go and the more money you're going to make. External. What about the external pressures? What responsibilities do you have? Are you the breadwinner? Do you have to pay for family? Are you responsible for aging parents or special needs in your family? That's certainly my life. There's so much special needs in my family. It's crazy. But I have a son that's nonverbal. I have a son that is 14. He's on the autism spectrum. He's never gonna live independently unless like some sort of Neuralink does something. But I'm not counting on that. What's the external responsibilities that you have? Do you have kids? Do you have debts that you have to pay? What is it? external pressures. And philosophical, what at the end of your life, what do you want it to say? Like, what do you want? What are going to be the bullet points? You know what I mean? Great guy. So charming. Or, holy cow, gave back so much, taught so much. I saw this great quote by Eric Brewer. He put, the goal in life is to take an elevator to the top floor and send it back down for everybody else. I love that. Once you get to a certain point, your legacy is teaching. Your legacy is leaving behind the lessons that you've learned. I love that. Goal life is to take the elevator to the top floor and send it back down. Ooh. Guys, do your job. Do your job just today. This is Nick Saban or Bill Belichick. I don't remember what it was. But literally, the way that they've won so many championships is they tell their players, just do your job this play. That's it. Don't worry about the next play. Don't worry about the last play. Just do your job this play. Okay? Track your numbers. Numbers don't lie, guys. You need to have a weekly scoreboard. You need to understand the ratio. How many people do you need to talk to? How many of those are actual leads? How many of those leads do you have an appointment with to make an offer? And how many of those offers do you close? You got to track your ratios. That's it. And then what does it cost you to have those conversations? That's it. What does it cost you to have those conversations? And how many people did you talk to? How many are qualified? How many did you make an offer to? And how many did you close? I mean, if you want to add one in there, there's like you put it under contract and it closed. That's a good metric too. So let's go 5. How many people you talk to? How many are actual leads? How many do you make an offer to? How many do you get under contract? And how many close? What does it cost you? Record it. Record it every day. BWD here too. This is just something that's helped me. Have a big whiteboard in your house, in your office. Have a big whiteboard. Write it all down. Put it up there. Conversations. Leads. Offers made. Offer accepted. Closings. And then you put a big old line across the bottom and you put income. Or you could just put dollar signs. I like that. Big whiteboard. Big old whiteboard. Keep it in front of you. Okay? This should really say 70%. But remember this, 70% of your income in this business comes in your top 2 quarters. Your top 6 months, and it's not all consecutive. It's not the first and second. It's not the second and third. It could be the first and the fourth. It could be the second and the fourth. It could be whatever other combination you want. 70% of your income is going to come in your top 6 months. So keep that. Keep an eye on that, because you need to keep money in your account to keep your marketing going when you're not closing the same as you did the month before or whatever. And it might not even be quarters. It could be all over the place. You got to have a good month, a bad month, good month, bad month, good month. Your top 6 months, 70% of your income. Okay. Bill Gates' dad. I don't know. Bill Gates is getting a lot of heat right now, but there's this famous, I think it was Warren Buffett's documentary. Bill Gates' dad asked Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. It's a random thing to do. I don't know why Bill Gates' dad did this exercise, but I guess he was curious. So why not take an authority of 2 powerful people? Who knows? But he gave them each a piece of paper. And he said, write down one word on the piece of paper that is the what has made you most successful. If you could write it down in one word. They both wrote focus. They both wrote focus, which is the Achilles heel of being an entrepreneur. It is the Achilles heel of being a real estate entrepreneur because there's so many sexy vixens, so many sexy things out there to go after, so many sexy strategies, so many sexy ways to build your portfolio, so many sexy ways to go get deals, so many sexy scripts, so many sexy trainings, so many sexy strategies. There's all this stuff. Boil it down. Talk to people. Focus. Are you having enough conversations? Are you having enough quality conversations? That's it. That's everything. I'm working on a book. I'll get it out soon. I am finally. I'm not an author by any means, but AI and a bunch of buddies help. So that'll be a lot easier. But just focus and keep it simple, stupid. Or you can say, keep it simple, silly goose. How are you making your money? Keep doing that. How are you having success? Keep doing that. Awesome. Money management. We're almost there, guys. I'm going to finish with this one because this is awesome. It won't even be, I don't know if it'll probably be a download. I might have it printed. If I do, I'll let you know, but it'll be something that you could just download and read. If I do, yeah, I'll print some. Real Brandon Mitchell, 1000%. I would sign and send it for sure. You've been incredible on this channel. Absolutely incredible. Financial thermostat, guys, from the time you were born to 12, your financial thermostat was established. How do you think about money? What is your subconscious thoughts about money? It's there. Like if you get 100,000 in your account, are you going to freak out? Probably. Are you going to get complacent? Maybe. You got to be around people doing way more. That's the only way you can increase your financial thermostat. So what happens is we make a bunch of money and then we go, oh, I don't deserve all this money, but the business deserves all this money. And I'll put my proxy onto the business and that'll be, I'll keep it all in there. And that way I can fund all the other stuff that I want to do. And that's good. But I don't want to keep it myself because I want to stay humble and I don't want my lifestyle to go bananas. And I, want to be disciplined and all those other things. Great. I understand that. But I am telling you, you got to take the money home and you got to build it up. And you have to, $50,000, the first time you get it, it's going to break your brain. First time you close a deal and you make $50,000, your brain is going to break. I won't even say that. It's going to expand. Let's say that. But really watch your financial thermostat because it's going to tell you all sorts of crazy things. I can't afford it. No. How can I afford it? Classic Think and Grow Rich stuff. Okay. This business is a cash machine. When you make money, guys, do not put it into investments until you have your debts paid off. Any consumer debts, credit cards, student loans, cars, whatever, pay it off. You are on somebody's asset column on their financial statement. You are somebody else's ROI. If you are paying interest, you are someone else's ROI. Get off of that first. You're going to feel like $1 million. Remember being a kid? You didn't have any debt. You run around, skipping around, having fun with your friends, staying up late, drinking soda pops, eating popsicles, having fun. You were just light. You were just airy, all skinny and lanky and just kind of jumping around all willy-nilly. Remember that? That's how you're going to feel once you pay off your debts. You're going to go back to that time in your childhood where you were just loosey-goosey, just sparkled in your eyes, just having a great time. I want that for everybody. Make the money, pay off the debts first. Make that big money. Derek did $40K back in December. Boom. Make that money, pay off your consumer debts. Can you imagine if you lowered your monthly expenses, buy everything except for likely where you live, food, gym, education. I mean, holy cow. And then it just starts stacking. But there's pressure, there's weight. I remember all this debt, credit card debt, judgment, like a literal legal judgment against me for over $1 million. All of that just weighing down, car payments. Oh, it's like 26. I got a CLS 550. It was a car Mercedes used to make. It's kind of like an old man car, to be honest. I don't know what I was doing. But it was fast and it was a Mercedes and I felt rich. It was like a $1,200 payment. And that was like way back in the Stone Age. And then it was like $2,000 a year for tags or something ridiculous. Like, get rid of all that debt. Pay it all off. You're going to feel great. Make it a minimum standard $20,000 a month. Matthew 22:21 says, then render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's and to God the things that are God's. It's talking about taxes, guys. It's talking about paying taxes. Make sure you pay your taxes. There's no way around it. You could get as clever as you want with your tax filing. But if you get caught, you're not going to be comfy and it's going to cost you $100,000 in attorney's fees. Just telling you. I love this. And I mentioned this a couple of years ago when I did a similar video. It was June 2021. I just bought this building. The building I'm in, 4,000 square feet here in Central Phoenix. And I was feeling great about it. And there's a guy laying out on the main street. We're on 24th Street here in Phoenix. He was laying out under this shade tree that we have. It's not low. It's a tall tree. It's not like he was hiding under it. And he was just all passed out. I mean, obviously a drug enthusiast. Went out there, brought him some water. It was like, hey, listen, I think I was having students coming in at the time. I had some people talking about money at the time. I was like, hey, I need you to get moving. I own the building and I can't have you just laying out here. Is there somebody that I can call? And the street philosopher that he was like, you own the building? I go, yeah, I'm the owner of the building. He goes, you own the building or does the building own you, bro? He was a younger guy. I mean, he was like 20s. And I was like, oh my gosh. All right. Get out of here. You get out of here. Right. And then I walked back in and I was like, holy cow. Because I have a loan on this. You know what I mean? I have payments on this. So whenever you're going to make a decision about something that you've always wanted, I've always wanted this race car. I've always wanted this cabin. I've always wanted this, whatever it is. It owns you on some level. You have to keep it up. You have to give it attention. You have to pay for ongoing maintenance of these things. So just remember that you can get into a slippery slope of things owning you. Now, if you have FU money, who cares? But if you don't, it can get tough, right? Who owns who? Do the things that you really want own you, or do you own them? It's like these big mansions. I want an 11,000 square foot house for my 4 people in my family. Great. You're going to have $15,000 a year in air conditioning maintenance, cleaning bills, all those things. You buy a nice car, you better keep it clean. It's $200 a week. Get a hand wash. You're not bringing that thing through the clean and wash automatic thing. Zach closed 2 deals in January, $25K each. Your channel is helping change lives. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Derek says, congratulations. Oh, here we go. Any tips for once I talk to a qualified lead and goal is to set the appointment, What can I work on for having sales presentation? What factors should I consider when my goal is to find out their motivation? Find out their motivation, Joe. Number one question, what is your goal with this property? What's your goal? They'll tell you. They'll tell you what their goal is. And then from there, it's just condition of the property, timeline to sell, motivation, and price. Condition, timeline, motivation, price. Pull those out. Do that deep discovery. Do they actually want a cash offer? Do they understand that a cash as is offer they trade price for? Do they understand that? Why not list it on the market? Why not list it on the market? Why not fix it up and keep it? Like, go through all, remember, Hell Island, Heaven Island. If they're not on Hell Island, if they're just, if I get the right price and a blah, 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 if they have no problem, done. It's over. But you can dig for problems. You can find out what's going on. Keep the conversation going. They might be surface level, but then you get in. But once you get in and they're not giving you anything and there's no problem that your offer or your service can solve, move on. Just wasting your time. Okay? So, yeah, if you talk to a qualified lead, is you understand what's going on, what's their motivation, what's their timeline. I don't care about price. I don't even really care about the condition. Knowing the condition's good if they tell you that it's really good, but if they're like, oh yeah, it's in great shape, and they've owned it for a long time, just assume that it's not. You can look at Google Maps, you can see the roof, you can see all those things. So timeline and motivation. Timeline's the most important. Motivation's next. Because they can be as motivated as they want to be, but they haven't made the decision they're going to sell. So that's what you want to do. What is every conversation, guys, that you have with a property owner? What is your goal with the property? What's your goal? What's your goal with the sale of this property? They're going to tell you. Open-ended question. It's phenomenal. Eric, Brett, setting up deal machine now and going to start driving. Awesome. Besides driver dollars, give me another list. Criteria to call and keep me busy as well. Yep. Code violation. Love the code violation list. Pull it directly from your county and tax default. Fantastic lists. Absolutely fantastic lists. And remember, the tougher the lists are to get, the less competition. I am telling you that from personal experience in my own business, but also coaching over 8,000 rhinos over the last 9 years. So, oh wait, let me get this back on here. Let me end this thing. I always thought that once you become a millionaire, like, don't people like throw a parade for you, or don't like all the girls that kind of rejected you, aren't they like just instantly attracted to you now? And are all the bros that gave you slack or maybe bullied you or messed with you growing up, are they just like, oh, they just send you a nice note on Instagram or Facebook, or you see them and they're like, wow, man, you're just incredible. I'm so sorry for the way that I treated you. Right. And then they throw you a parade and they put you on their shoulders and they're just like, oh, you made it. You're so successful. Wow. What an example to all of us lowly people. Doesn't happen. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I showed $2 million to my wife one time in our account, and she was like, wow, what'd you do? How'd you do that? That's pretty good. It wasn't like celebration. We didn't talk about it after that. Actually, she's like, she's like, we have to pay taxes on that. I was like, yeah, we got to pay taxes on that. And he's like, oh, she's like, oh, okay. Well, don't get all cocky. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Only you care. Only you. It's your goals. It's what you're going to do with this life. It's what you want to accomplish. Your mom might celebrate you. My dad, my parents do, because they're my bookkeepers. They know how much I make. And my dad's been hyping me up. He's been gassing me up since, I was 2. So that's nothing new. He'd be gassing me up if I was like a really good high school math teacher or history teacher or junior high football coach. I get gassed up. You know what I mean? So there's no parade. There's not, like, if you're doing this for external, I just don't think you're just not going to get it. You're doing it to prove everybody and to have a platform to rub it in people's faces. It just doesn't happen. Nobody really cares. They're off running their own lives. They got their own problems. They got their own challenges. They got their own goals they're trying to accomplish. It might make you look good on a podcast or YouTube or whatever. But after that, nobody cares. Just do it for you. See what I think we all are trying to figure out how wide our potential goes, how deep our potential goes, how much potential we have of service while we have the ability to be of service on this planet. And so I think if you just link into that and you just focus on that and you challenge that and compete against your own business plan, you're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. So I thought my wife would be proud. Family member. I mean, I talked to family members at family reunions or my mom's 70th birthday or, big 50th anniversary things or barbecues. And they don't care. They don't even know what I do. I've told them a million times. They have no idea. They're just mad at me for buying a Cybertruck. They think I'm an idiot, if anything. So do it for you. It's the best. Do it for you. Keep that fire in your belly. Make sure you're putting your business plan together. Make sure you're focused on talking to people. Make sure you're tracking your numbers, the amount of people you talk to, how many of those are leads, how many of those you make offers to, how many offers get accepted, how many of those close, what's your average deal size. Always constantly trying to be increasing your deal size. I would rather you increase deal size than increase volume. Both is better, obviously. So Edward knows. I'm doing this for self-dominion and build a better environment for my family. That's it. That's it. But remember, with the family, in my experience, love is spelled Time. Spelled time. How much quality, and it's not just like, oh yeah, I'm there. Are you there? Are you present? Are you able to turn it off? Are you constantly just, oh, I got to go do this for my family? People use it as an excuse. Oh, I got to do this for my. Do you know how many people? I was at this mastermind. It was insane. And you're in small groups, and it wasn't that many people. It was maybe 30 or 40. What's your big why? My family. Next year I go, 40% of them are divorced. 40%. They're not doing it for their family. They're doing it for their ego. They're doing it because they like to stay busy. They're doing it because they're ADHD and have to be busy all the time. Whatever. I get it, Edward. Like, you want to elevate. You want to be that fork in the road in the family tree. If your family has historically not had a lot, you want to be the example that everybody else flows. Every big family, successful family, has that spark, that person. just don't lose it. Don't use your family as a shield to, overwork or whatever. Make sure that the time that you spend with your family is time you spend with your family. Let them see you work. Let them see you going and hustling. Let them be a part of that. Just don't do it as like you have to be locked away. Use it as an excuse to not have a good relationship with your wife or husband or whatever, brother, sister, parents. Go crazy. Go crazy. Everybody here has the potential to have a 7-figure plus business consistently, but you got to follow these. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's gone. The 20. Oh, there it is. Here's the 20 again. Time management, lead generation, pre-qualifying, lead follow-up, property valuation, recognizing potential and exit strategies, repair, renovation, valuation, handling objections, closing skills, offer presentation and negotiating contracts, cash buyer database, negotiating with buyer, escrow and title, building your team, business planning, tracking your numbers, mindset, goal setting, motivation, money management, and profitability, and understanding personality types. You really want to master that? I encourage you to check us out at wholesalinginc.com. Join the Rhino Tribe. We really deep dive this, get really, really, really into it. Surround yourself with people doing it. Get direct access to me if that's a thing that you think is cool. Check it out. And that's it, guys. I love you. Thank you for being on here. Thank you for participating. You guys are absolutely incredible, powerful. But remember, keep your house clean, protect your health, and increase your value to the world. You'll live a fantastic life. See you next week. Boom.